Coach, will Nico be able to go tonight?
Who's that? I'm sorry. Nico will go. Yes, he'll
Starting
go.
lineup or Julius still starting?
Julius is still start, but obviously Nico is going to play, and we'll see how it goes from there.
Is that a strategic, because Julius has been so hot, or is that also just working Nico back in after his absence?
I think it's a little bit of both. Obviously Julius has played really good basketball, and we've gotten off to, good starts, and I don't think it's that bad a deal to have Nico coming in with the second unit. We've struggled to score with that unit right there, and it puts another shooter out on the floor with the second unit. So we'll see how that goes also.
How beneficial do you think it could be to have Nico and Etuan, coming in together off the bench with the scoring that you need?
Well, we'll see. I mean, obviously those guys were good as starters also. So if we can get some solid shooting and scoring out of those guys with the second unit, and kind of maintain and not lose distance when we're in there, then obviously it works in our favor.
What do you think Solomon's done to earn that starting spot, and how do you think he's played over these past few games?
I just think he's been solid. I mean, I think he's done what we asked him to do, and he's been good defensively and giving us a little lift defensively, but he's also, I thought, been real solid and not trying to do more than we need for him to do. He's been real good about the shot selection and things like that. So he's been solid and it's helped us, I think.
How do you measure individual defensive performance? Like when you had to take Drew on and off the court, like how are you measuring whether or not he's playing, I guess, who to match him up on and whether he's performing at the level that you want him to? And how do you guys kind of measure that? What are there stats you look at, or is it all kind of just visual?
Well, I think it's mostly Phil, but if you want to go back and look, statistically, I think you can go back and look at the guy that he's guarding, and we have a way of also looking at, a guy that he's guarding when he's actually guarding him, not the points that he has total. And Drew's been really phenomenal with the guys that he's guarded this year. When even you think about the Lou Williams situation, Lou Williams had 3 baskets when Drew wasn't in the game. So you take those away, or you take the other night with Luka Doncic and what he did when Drew wasn't actually guarding him. So I mean, he's just been very elite when you think about what he's done when he's actually guarding the guy that we've signed him to.
What do you think about the way Nico and Julius have kind of handled this situation all season, where some guys maybe wouldn't be as comfortable not knowing whether they're going to be a starter or not, and kind of shifting throughout the season?
I think it's extremely tough, and I've talked to those guys about the fact that I understand, where they are, career-wise. I mean, you're a free agent, and obviously this is something that's, very important to them this year, and I understand that. But I also try to emphasize to them that the most important thing is to win games. When GMs start looking around the league and start talking about free agents, they want to know that winning becomes the most important thing. And if you look at how a team responds and how they win, then they can figure out how the pieces fit together. So I think they've handled it great, though. It's not something that's extremely easy to do when you're a young player and you're trying to establish yourself, obviously from a financial standpoint, and establish yourself in the league as a player. So, but I'm sympathetic to that, and I think our whole staff is, and we try to explain that to them.
Alvin, what's your early read on Andrew Harrison as a player?
Oh, I have not seen a lot of him. We like him because we think he's got length. One of the things that he's done in this league pretty good since he's been in the league is that he's been able to guard his position and do a good job with that. And he hadn't played in a system where they asked him to get up and down the court and play at a fast pace. So that's something that we'll have to look at and see how it works out.
You mentioned the Doncic matchup last game. He's done it a couple of times this season, Drew has. How much has that changed your defensive game plan, knowing you can kind of put him on the best perimeter scorer and let him go to a degree? How much does that change everything else for you guys?
Oh, yeah, I mean, it's good to have those guys. I mean, obviously that's really important to be able to, to have a guy on your team that you feel like you can put on the best perimeter scorer, and he does a good job from the standpoint of field goal percentage, or just allowing them not to to get it going and get in a zone somewhat. He's been able to do that and take guys out of there. We ask him to do a lot, I mean, like I said, to have him guard a guy that's, basically, 4 inches taller than he is and score like we did with Tobias Harris, that's asking a lot, But I mean, he accepts those challenges and he's been really good at it, and so we've been lucky in that we have a guy that we can do that with.
It's a small sample size, Coach, but is there anything you noticed that Will is bringing to that Memphis Grizzlies team that's different?
I think what he's always been is he's always been this energy guy, and I think he'll always be that. And I think just listening to him the other night after the game that they played, I think what he appreciates the fact that he's back playing in the league, and I think he was talking about when you take basketball away, like it was not really taken away from him, but the limitations that he had and how hard he had to work to get back, it makes him appreciate it that much more. And he's always been a good defender and an energy guy and a guy that's always, really just been enthusiastic and bring that to the team. So, I think they really appreciate having him, and I think he appreciates being there, really. I mean, I'm not putting words in his mouth, but just to see him and the enthusiasm he played with, I think he's going to help that team. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you, Coach.
All righty.
I was getting worried that I was saying.